My name is Drew Land. Welcome to my vlog, equipping you for a meaningful life. Today we're in the middle of a series on money, and we're going to answer the question, is it wrong to want to be rich? I can't believe you fell for that. You are such a poisson. Have you ever heard that phrase? Well, probably not. Not unless you have lived in France, and in that case you would have heard it in French. But everybody in France knows that saying. And here's where it comes from. There's a guy named Victor Lustig, who was known as one of the greatest con men to have ever lived. And in 1925, he held this secret meeting with 6 scrap metal dealers. Now, earlier that week, the newspaper had announced that the government was upset that the Eiffel Tower was costing so much money. So it made sense that they might be putting out tenders for scrap metal dealers to buy the Eiffel Tower and turn it into scrap metal. 6 of them showed up in this hotel where Victor Lustig was putting on his con. In the end, he sold it to a guy named Monsieur Poisson. You see, Poisson, he knew, was on the outside circle of scrap metal dealers. He also knew he was new to the scrap metal industry. So he was his mark from the beginning. Because Poisson would want to make his name in this industry, he would be the guy who bought the Eiffel Tower. He did make a name for himself. All over the streets of France today, people say his name when they talk about being gullible. Don't be such a poisson. Don't be so gullible. Now, when we ask the question, is it wrong to want to be rich? We've got to keep in mind that there is a gullibility when it comes to being rich, as if that is going to actually bring us the happiness we want. 1 Timothy 6, 9-10 says this, people who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge men into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. So perhaps a better question than is it wrong to want to be rich is it wise to want to be rich? However, the Bible makes it clear that actually money is neutral. It's the heart motive behind it which makes it a root of all evil. And let's look at some examples. You have righteous rich. Proverbs 10:4, rich through hard work, or rich through righteousness, or rich through generosity, rich through giving 10% first. Some examples of the righteous rich are Abraham or Isaac or Jacob, Joseph. Even in the New Testament, Cornelius and Lydia. But then also you can get the unrighteous rich. And the unrighteous rich from Proverbs 16:8 are rich through injustice, or through ruthlessness, or through greed, or at the expense of their own health. Examples are like Laban or Esau, or even Simon the sorcerer in the New Testament, Ananias and Sapphira. They were unrighteous rich. But then the Bible also shows that you can have unrighteous poor. The unrighteous poor, Proverbs 10:4, poor through laziness, or poor through worthless pursuits, or get rich schemes, or through stinginess, like the sluggard from Proverbs, or even Judas Iscariot. And then you've got the righteous poor. Poor to avoid trouble of wealth, or poor through tragedy, or poor to facilitate something even greater, like the Apostle Paul. Job, Ruth, Naomi, Jesus was like this. So we see that actually the motive is what matters. You can have righteous rich and unrighteous rich. You can have righteous poor and unrighteous poor. In my next video, I want to talk about the godly motives of those that are looking to grow in their wealth. So stay tuned. Subscribe below. Follow me on this vlog. Go to drewland.org. Check out the Moneyverse where all of this material can be found. And then also, please follow me on social media. Thanks so much. Hopefully you are being equipped for a more meaningful life.